This is Deb Prechek from Pain Free Posture, Minnesota, and today I want to bring you a few exercises to help get rid of this. So, we're going to take a look at a few things you can do to open up your hips, open up your chest, relieve your neck, forearms. It's a great thing that you can add into any part of your day just to help eliminate some chronic stress and some day-to-day aches and pains from poor posture of sitting with your head really far forward and shoulders hunched. So let's take a look at them. The first thing that we're going to do is pretty easy. It's called a hip crossover stretch. You want to get forward to the edge of your seat, get your feet directly underneath your knees. You're going to lift one leg up. I suggest you just slightly roll back, lift. You might have to do some assisting to get here. Now the more you practice it, the better it's going to get. Once you have the ankle on the outside edge of the knee, I want you to roll your pelvis forward so everything is stacked like a block. Shoulders straight up over your hips. Press the base leg straight down into the floor, and then use the opposite hip to press outward. You're not pushing from the knee is following here. You can place your hands in your lap, okay, just to open up your chest, pull your head back, drop your chin. You can hold this position for about 45 seconds to 60 seconds each, and then repeat on the other side. The next exercise is to open up the front of the hips. A lot of times you get really tight in through there and the low back starts to really hurt. So we're going to just use your chair as a tool, and you want to place it where it's not going to roll away. So if you have locks, put those on or put it up against a wall so it's stable. You're going to take one leg up, plant your foot, get the knee aligned with the second and third toe. From there, shift the knee so it's vertically stacked with your ankle. The back leg, you want to have your toes pointing straight ahead or slightly turned in. Back of the heel might not touch the ground, so if it's not touching, just bunny hop your leg a little further forward. Once you're there, pull the back hip, the one that's on the floor, pull that forward. The front hip pulls back. Interlace your fingertips, and you can press your chest to an open position so your shoulders are stacked right over top of your hips. If you'd like to increase this stretch, you can now take the entire body slightly forward. That's going to increase the stretch down to the calf, front of the hip, hamstrings, as well in through this top hip area. Another add-on you can create for yourself is to lift the arm on the straight leg side and bend over to the side. Another addition, tighten up your back cheek a little bit, and that's going to deepen the stretch through the front of the hip. So this one I again suggest that you hold for about 45 seconds to a minute. You can increase that up to about 90 seconds per leg. Okay, now we're going to use the corner of a doorway or the corner of a room. So I'm going to have my videographer switch with me here. This next exercise is going to open up the tight chest muscles and the forward head position. There's 3 positions you want to get. Find a corner. You want to have your feet underneath your hips and stack your spine as best as possible. Bring your elbows up onto the wall, spread your fingertips apart. And then from there, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, just lean forward. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the armpit, chest region. Hold this one for about 45 seconds or so. Release, just let your arms come back down. Second option, arms go straight up, shoulder blades pull down, and you're going to lean into this. This is going to give you a little bit more down the length of the arms, underneath the armpit, and across the middle outside of your back. Okay. The last one is a repeat of that, but now we're turning our palms forward. And you might have to step in a little bit further forward on this. Bring the arms a little closer to your hips, and then just lean in a little bit. And you want to hold those, again, for about 45 seconds to a minute each. Once you've done all that, you might even feel just a little bit warm because you've repositioned your head, you're getting more oxygen flow, body's going to perform a little better for you, you're going to be more productive at work. We can carry on and continue now into some of the hamstring stuff, because a lot of times people feels like tightness through the back of the leg, and the low back then starts to get real cranky. So this is a great exercise. You can just use a doorway or a counter, that also works. Place your hands, walk your feet back. This takes a little bit of figuring out where you want to be placed. You want to reach your hips back so that your ankle, knee, and hip are as straight as possible. And you're not sinking down like I just did there. You're just pulling your hips away from the wall. Your head is neutral. You're taking nice big breaths in. Your kneecaps should be pointing straight ahead over your second and third toe. The legs should be as straight as possible. I'd hold that one for about 60 seconds. You can increase it to about 90. All right, from there, we want to just open up underneath the shoulder blades. A lot of times we get really tight in through here. This is a real easy one to do. You just want to get close to a wall, stretch one arm up, take your free arm, thread it under. So your palm will be facing towards your chest. You're going to thread as far as you can. Turn your torso, place your ear towards the wall. To increase that stretch, you can come in just a little tighter to the wall. Tighten your hips and press forward. You can add on to this by reaching the arm back and opening. And a third option for you is to place the back of your hand to the opposite hip, increasing your rotation. Big breaths in when you do that. We'll call that one thread the needle, standing thread the needle. Forearms get real tight when we're at a desk all day, so we want to turn and open them up. So you're going to turn your palms up towards the ceiling, find an open wall, reach your fingertips down, feet pointing straight ahead, directly underneath your hips, elbows close to the body. Don't be surprised if you can't get your hand flat. That's not uncommon if you are really tight in through the forearm. You want to just pull your head back, pull the shoulder blades back, reach the fingertips down. And you're just leaning and resisting. So your hands are pressing and your body's resisting that. Okay, you're going to feel a nice forearm stretch. That one you might only want to start with about 30 seconds and build up to about a minute. And the very last exercise is to release the neck and work on good standing posture. So I'm going to have my videographer come around. You want to find an open wall or a door. Your feet can be about 1 inch or 2 inches from the wall, pointing straight ahead underneath your hips. We want you to work on bringing your head back to the wall, okay? And you might feel a big stretch through the back side of your body in particular. And if so, then that's really telling you how far forward you've become. And so this is a great posture correcting exercise. You turn your palms forward. You use the shoulder joint to pull the arms back to the wall. And then you're just simply going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. And the pacing I have you do is called 1 Mississippi and relax. And when you relax, it's not bouncing forward. So it's just engage some energy, think back and down, relax your energy. You want to do 20 repetitions of that. Second set, you now allow your head to fall forward without your shoulders following along. So only go to the range of motion that your neck will do comfortably. And now you start those shoulder blade squeezes again. 1 Mississippi and release. I would say after every 5 repetitions, see if you can pause, let your head just relax a little further. You're going to feel a lovely stretch on the base of your neck. And there's only one muscle that attaches from there all the way down to your shoulder blades called your levator. And it feels really wonderful. So about every 5, see if that neck will release for you further and further. And you might be surprised that by the time you get to 20, your head has really just moved independently of your shoulders. Second set was that. Now we turn the palms. Third set is palms down, fingertips spread apart. We repeat 20 scapular squeezes with the head stacked directly over top of the shoulder, hip, knee, ankle. And the fourth set is that same neck release. Do those squeezes about every 5th count. Just let the head go a little bit more and more. When you're all done, bring that head back to center. Interlace your fingertips. Reach the arms all the way up. Big, long, open.